Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. As the temperatures heat up for another summer season, skin safety should be top of mind for all ages. As it embarks on its endeavors for the 2017 year, numerous Chamber Board directors were at the recent City Council meeting to officially take their oath of office. Artistic talents of high school students from across the Southwest are now in the spotlight during the annual School Art Show. Thanks for joining us here today. As the temperatures start to heat up in the coming weeks, sun safety should be top of mind for all ages. We have more in today's top story. As the temperatures heat up for another summer season, skin safety should be top of mind for all ages. Whether you're out for a leisurely walk or a day at the beach, protecting yourself from the sun should always be a top priority. According to the Canadian Cancer Society, skin cancer is the most common of all cancers in Canada, with close to 7,000 cases of malignant melanoma diagnosed each year. Skin cancer is also the most preventable of all cancers, and it starts with sunscreen.
Slapping on some SPF 30 sunscreen is really important, making sure that it's broad spectrum and water resistant if possible, to make sure that it blocks out the UVA and B rays that may be harmful to our skin. The other tip is to apply sunscreen about 20 minutes before we go outside because it takes some time for the sunscreen to fully absorb. And not only that, but to reapply, so every 2 hours. But read the instructions on the bottle because it may vary from sunscreen to sunscreen. Also check the expiry date because if it is expired, then you may want to toss that out and grab a new one.
And there are several other ways to protect yourself from the sun's burning UV rays, including knowing what the UV index is for the day.
Typically, it's when the UV is 3 or higher is when we want to slip on some clothing that covers our skin, slap on some sunscreen, slap on that hat, seek shade, and slide on those sunglasses. Also, if it's between the hours of 11 a.m. and 3 p.m., that's typically when the sun is at its strongest. The UV would be really strong.
More information on sun safety and skin cancer can all be found online. For over 12 years, Southwest TV News has provided the visuals for the defining moments in our community. Support your community and help us to continue our work. Support our sponsors by watching the ads on YouTube and by clicking the ads on our website. Pennies per click, which will help us continue to bring you the award-winning news coverage you've come to expect from Southwest TV News. Celebrate Canada's 150, the Cowboy Way. Frontier Days in Swift Current is an exciting lineup of grandstand entertainment, June 28th through July 1st, including the Washboard Union, the CCA Rodeo and Cabaret, and the grand finale with Sawyer Brown and Aaron Goodman. Get your tickets today from the Swift Current Aganex office or PharmaSave. The 79th Annual Frontier Days in Swift Current, June 28th through July 1st. The Swift Current Chamber of Commerce has set a long-term goal for the next 12 months. We find out what that is in this report. The Swift Current Chamber of Commerce is a well-known organization intended to help foster business development in the community. And as it embarks on its endeavors for the 2017 year, numerous Chamber Board directors were at the recent City Council meeting to officially take their oath of office. Brock Friesen has been on the board for a number of years and has now assumed the role of chairperson for the next year. Involved in retail through his partnership in Rittinger's Menswear, Brock says it was a natural transition for him to be involved in the Chamber of Commerce.
For me, it's one thing to be in business in town here and be a businessman, but it's another thing to maybe serve your community outside of that. Aside from being a businessman, I wanted to contribute to my community individually, and it's only going to network myself, my brand, I guess, speaking for myself, as it relates to the community. So it's an opportunity for me to grow as a person and to help my community out.
And as Brock and the new board settle into their duties, the coming months will see one main focus.
Well, right now we've kind of have a personal mandate for business as a membership, actually, membership retention. We're trying to have a 5% net growth of our membership, which is roughly about 15 members a year. That's kind of been our mandate so far. Going forward, we kind of want to do maybe a few more events here and there. We're starting to do a lot more Chamber on Taps. I'm trying to get people out to that and network themselves too, with the opportunity to grow themselves, their brand, and their business as well.
Ongoing events for the Swift Current Chamber of Commerce include its monthly Chamber on Tap and the SCBEX Awards set for October. More information on the Swift Current Chamber of Commerce is available online.
We're looking at the exhibition called The Tablets by Douglas Bentham of Saskatchewan.
It's my first, what is commonly referred to as an installation. Hippocrates said that life is short, art is long. When you go into art, it just sort of sorts things out after a while. You start living this artful life.
Imagine a destination where you can enjoy world-class dining and unique accommodations. Take a leisurely stroll through streets filled with rich history while browsing for that perfect gift. Buy fresh produce from the farmer's market and enjoy a range of cultural events while stepping back in time to learn more about Canada's Old West. Your summer destination is awaiting you in Maple Creek. For event listings and all things Maple Creek, visit our website. The artistic talents of high school students from across the Southwest are now in the spotlight at the West Wing Gallery in Swift Current, and it's all part of the annual School Art Show. Artistic talents of high school students from across the Southwest are now in the spotlight during the annual School Art Show. The West Wing Gallery at Kinetic Park in Swift Current is the host venue for approximately 300 artistic creations, including photography, sketch art, and more. Nicholas Mello is a grade 12 student at the Swift Current Comprehensive High School and was excited to premiere his work to the public with this unique creation.
We were given an assignment for pop art, and the themes of them are like large and ginormous and big. So I thought big food, because there's an artist who made ginormous fries. So I'm like, I'll do my take. So I like Japanese and Chinese and their food and stuff like that. So I was like, let's do a ginormous noodle bowl. It's made out of plasticine and styrofoam, and it's made out of string.
Callista Ans is also showcasing her talent through this large-scale acrylic at the School Art Show.
And I was looking into lots of bright pop art with thick lines, comic style, and I decided to choose a character and do a fan art of the character and do similar, zoom in on the face, do the lines really nice, and then paint it in acrylic. And I wanted to do a large scale like the originals, and that's kind of how I got that one.
Having her work on display is a new experience, and one which Callista will carry with her as she embarks on her visual communications course at Medicine Hat College this fall.
Very odd. I've never really had my art on display in a gallery before, so it's kind of cool to see it, but at the same time it's just whoa, kind of cool.
The School Art Show has been a tradition for over 30 years through a collaboration between the Art Gallery of Swift Current and high school art classes across the Southwest, offering students the chance to have their art on exhibit and receive input from those working in the industry.
It's certainly good for the students to have the opportunity to show their work that they've been doing throughout the year, and it also sort of completes the process to share it with family and friends and the public. And so it's a good opportunity for education, but also the public really enjoys it. It's lots of interesting things and fun things, so lots of good humor and also some fairly serious points being made in some of these expressions. And so it's always quite inspiring and lots of fun to have this show.
The School Art Show 2017 awaits you at the West Wing Gallery at Kinetic Exhibition Park, now through June the 11th. Market Square is a summer tradition in downtown Swift Current. And organizers are now searching for entertainers, food vendors, and artisans to be part of the excitement for the upcoming season. Contact Marlene today at 750-7888 and spend your Saturdays in downtown Swift Current this summer. Market Square, proudly presented by the City of Swift Current, Standard Motors, Innovation Credit Union, and Southwest TV News. Celebrate Canada's 150 the Cowboy Way with Frontier Days in Swift Current. Enjoy the kickoff pancake breakfast and burning of the Frontier Days brand. Meet your friends along the route of the Canada 150 Let's Celebrate Parade. Enjoy the excitement of the Midway, livestock shows, indoor displays, and family fun zone, featuring an array of free entertainment, including the Kids Wild West Show. And look to the sky for the breathtaking Canada 150 fireworks. The 79th Annual Frontier Days in Swift Current, June 28th through July 1st. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at southwesttvnews.com. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.